This is Good Morning Kenya Health Check, and my name is Vivian Degwa, and our topic of conversation this morning is on dental health and hygiene. That is what we will be talking about, and joining me for that is Onesmus Githaiga. Onesmus Githaiga is a clinician and a dental health provider. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
All right, it's a pleasure to have you here. Let us begin by just getting to define, dental health and hygiene. When we talk about dental health and hygiene, what exactly are we talking about?
So these are two different things. Dental health or oral health is basically a condition of the oral cavity whereby we don't have disease or deformity. The oral cavity has several features. The tongue, the gums, the teeth, the palate, all that. If we don't have disease or deformity, we say we have good oral or dental health. Dental hygiene is basically practices that we do on a daily basis or regularly so that we can maintain the good oral health.
So they're different. Dental health and dental hygiene are different, as you've put it.
Sure.
Okay, what's the importance of maintaining good oral health overall?
Now, we go back to some epidemiology about that. There are about 3.5 billion cases of oral health diseases or people who have oral health diseases worldwide. In 2020, there was a survey, an oral health survey, where 41% of children had caries, that is decay. Almost 90% of adults had periodontal, the gum diseases, and 50% of the general population had all other dental issues. Now, it is very important to have our mouths or our oral cavity healthy because the oral cavity has several functions. Speaking as we are doing, your outlook, the smile and all that. Eating, we cannot really eat without our mouth. We have breathing. So without that, without keeping our mouth healthy, our oral cavity healthy, then some of these functions are going to be, we are not going to do it well.
From the numbers that you've just mentioned, the statistics that you've mentioned to us, it's clear that many people have dental problems. So maybe if you can speak about, on Kenya, the statistics you're giving are worldwide. So when you look at Kenya, what maybe are the most common dental problems and how to prevent them?
Okay. The first is caries or caries. We call it decay. It's just decay. You find someone coming with a cavity or something on a tooth or on multiple teeth. This happens in a very big population. That's the biggest condition, oral condition out here.
Tooth decay.
Decay. This is well preventable. It is easy to prevent it because you just need a toothbrush, toothpaste, water, and brushing our teeth should be done twice a day. That is general hygiene, oral hygiene. So we do it twice a day, and then we do flossing, and then we avoid these sugary meals, these sugary foods. And then after that, after we have avoided the sugary meals, or maybe we take them closer to the main meals so that after brushing we just do away with it. So the main brushing time is in the morning and before sleep in the evening. So we do it 2 times a day, and then we do it the right way. Maybe we can, the hurry in the morning before you go to work. You do a very fast 30 seconds brush. That doesn't really help.
Okay.
The 2 minutes to 5 minutes brushing is what is important. All 5 surfaces of the teeth should be tackled well. And then circular motion behind there, the molar region, and then up, down at the front. So all that, when we do all that, I think brushing our teeth will be very efficient. And then gargle enough water. And then avoiding alcohol and tobacco use. Yes, and cut. Yes, it also prevents caries.
Yeah.
And then the other case that comes up, very common, very many people complain about it, is halitosis. Halitosis is just that bad breath. Get that bad breath every time. What is up? So if we get to brush our teeth well, halitosis is not a big question. And then gargling some mouthwash now and then. Yes, halitosis will be, and avoiding cut, that is mirror, alcohol, cigarette use, and all that. So that prevents halitosis. It's a big thing. You know, you sit next to someone and the mouth doesn't smell so good. Yeah, the other ones are periodontal diseases, bleeding gums. I've heard of it. At times it's a vitamin deficiency. At times we are overdoing on brushing. Yeah, we are using very hard bristles, and then we are hurting our gums.
Yeah.
So bleeding gums comes also with the brushing, you know. At times we don't brush so well, we accumulate calculus, we infect our gums, and the cycle goes on. When we infect our gums, you know, bleeding and all that. So all that can be done, number one, by brushing. Also, once annually, you need to visit your dental hygienist, your dentist, community oral health worker. Go get some advice, go get some checkup, and then maybe they'll scrap off something called tartar, that hard bit that maybe accumulates when we don't brush well over time. They put it away so that our gums can maybe recover.
So one is advised to go for cleaning at least once a year.
At least once a year, even if not really cleaning, check-up. We could be having something that maybe we haven't recognized it yet. Maybe a small lesion, you know, it happens. Yeah.
Do we have people who, you know, normally they say that Kenyans don't really go to hospitals until they need to go to hospital when a problem arises. So would you say, you know, as you know, working as someone who's in the dental department, do you frequently get people who just come for checkups?
Well, no. No, it's, I don't know, I don't want to say it's Kenyan, but very many people go to hospital because they are sick. You hardly find anyone coming to hospital not sick, they are just coming for a checkup. Well, it happens when, but maybe 1 in 50 or 1 in 100. On a good year, 1 in 50, or So it's a call, by the way. It's a call. Most of these diseases, or most of these things these big procedures that we do can be prevented. They say prevention is better than cure. So most of these conditions, if these people come to clinics for checkup, I mean, they realize, there is some tartar here, we can scale it off. We have this, we have that. So we can always put all those conditions away, preventing them majorly more than curing them.
So even for someone who has no, say, dental issue as at such, you know, you still advise at least once a year, you just go for checkup, just
just
Get it checked.
going and seeing that dentist, sitting down, maybe even advising you every day, you know. Knowledge is more than a lake. We can never have enough of it. We go, maybe they'll advise you about even changing your brush. Many people don't do that.
Yeah.
Reminds you, you know, when you see that dentist, you're like, oh, I haven't changed my brush in like, I don't know how long. I can tell you for sure, very many people don't change their brushes.
Yeah.
And it's recommended every 3 months, you change your toothbrush.
Every 3 months.
Every 3 months. It's maybe equal to a school term.
Yeah, that's a school term.
So when children are opening school, you buy a toothbrush. When they are closing, you buy another one. It's, you know, it's a checker, it's a time checker.
Yeah.
But literally we forget those nitty-gritties, which really cost us. There's a lot of dirt that can accumulate in the toothbrush.
Yeah.
And bearing in mind, most people brush their teeth just before work. And they do it in a hurry, even not really looking at the toothbrush. But at times you just know the color of your toothbrush.
That's true.
Yeah, so changing that toothbrush every 3 months is really recommended. And then this toothbrush should not have really hard bristles.
I actually had a question on the type of toothbrush to use. You know, when you go to the, say, supermarket to buy yourself a toothbrush, there are those that are labeled. There are one that is written it's medium, there's another one that is written it's hard, and for the hard one it's normally recommended for people who smoke. You know, there's that statement that is written there. So if you can just talk to us about the types of brushes and the bristles, the best ones to use.
Yeah, I'll start with the very hard bristle toothbrush. You see, when we have a very hard bristle toothbrush, we tend to erode our enamel. Our enamel is the hard part of the teeth, that outer bit of the tooth. You see, when you do it repeatedly, you are going to erode the enamel. You're going to erode the enamel.
Yeah.
So we don't really advise on that.
The hard one.
The hard one.
Yeah.
You erode on the enamel. Below that is the sensitive part of the tooth.
Yeah.
When we get to brush with that hard brush every time, when we erode the enamel, it becomes okay. It will be clean, but we'll erode that whatever, and then we'll get tooth sensitivity and all that.
Yeah.
So instead of having that hard brush, I would recommend a medium bristle brush. For the soft one, people usually feel it very comfortable. It's very comfortable. It doesn't really hurt.
Yeah.
People feel, I mean, I just did something, but unfortunately at times it doesn't get to remove all particles, and those little particles that really clinch on our teeth at times, they really clingy, so you'll not remove them. So also that soft brush isn't so good. The medium bristle brush is most recommended, and then let it have some highs and lows, you know, highs and lows, so that it can be able to fit between the teeth, remove the dirt between the teeth.
Yeah.
A flat one may not really do that, essentially, but that one with highs and lows does it.
All right, so the best bristle toothbrush to use is the medium one, not the soft, not the hard ones, but the soft can be used for the little ones.
For the little ones, the little ones.
Okay, so you had spoken about halitosis, you know, when you talked about some of the most common dental problems that we experience people experience in the country. Maybe there's someone who would argue or say that, you know, they follow all the steps they need to take, but still that happens. Maybe what could be the problem, and how far should they go into them getting checked?
Okay, it depends, number one, with what they think they're doing. No, at times we could think what we're doing is right. We could be doing right things the wrong way. For example, brushing, you know. This halitosis majorly comes, you know, when we have something maybe decaying or something. If we do our brushing so well, and then we gargle some mouthwash, you know, the mouthwash, at least once a day, and then we are doing our flossing well, you know, the dental floss, after that, and then we are doing the healthy feeding habits and taking enough of water. Water also comes in there. We shouldn't be having halitosis. But if maybe you feel it persists, you should now visit a dentist. Yeah, you should visit a dentist. If maybe you think it is really persisting after you doing all that and the right way, you know, you could be brushing your teeth at 11 o'clock and then maybe at 2 p.m. and you've done it twice a day, by the way. You've done it twice a day. And then maybe when you sleep, the bacteria starts decomposing the little chunks of ugali that were left in your mouth. And in the morning, you have halitosis. Yet you're brushing twice a day. So if we do things the right way, I think we are going to maybe get the best outcome. Yeah.
All right. So you talked about one gargling their mouth, you know, using mouthwash. Maybe what's the best ones to use? Because there are those that have, you know, alcohol, the ones that don't have alcohol, you know, fluoride, no fluoride, even with the toothpaste. So which ones are the best to use?
Well, let me start with toothpaste. Toothpaste with fluoride is the best. People at times argue out that these herbal brands of toothpaste, as long as it doesn't have fluoride, well, it's not recommended.
Okay.
At times, even some of the toothpastes we use are not standardized. Just get a toothpaste from the street. It has been written, it has I don't know what, chamomile,
Charcoal.
I don't know, charcoal.
Yeah.
Some people, by the way, even go to the extent of using charcoal.
Is that wrong? For tooth whitening?
Very wrong.
Oh.
Because it's consistency. At times it's very hard till erode your enamel in no time. So you go find, I don't know what toothpaste, the name, I don't know what, being sold at the street somewhere. I mean, check whether it is fluoridated, then you can use it. For the mouthwash and alcohol, well, don't use alcohol. Yeah.
So for the mouthwash, you use the one that has no alcohol.
Alcohol free. Yes, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe just to get, if there are any misconceptions on dental health,
Well,
which ones are they, and how? And you know, I would want you to demystify them.
well, I think they are more than even what we know.
Okay.
People have very weird beliefs out here. Starting from that one, you know, when we were kids and we were shedding off our milk teeth, and you remember, I don't know what you'll do, some rituals, I don't know, with those milk teeth, I don't know, you'll have strong teeth. I mean, you know, it starts there.
Yeah.
And passing the right information to people is so important, so especially parents. Then the other misconception is that maybe these teeth, the milk teeth, maybe not keeping them so well. You know, they'll still get permanent teeth, you know, they'll shed these milk teeth off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so no.
Yeah.
The oral health is a big determiner of overall health. You know, I give you an example. I could be hosting a lot of bacteria in the mouth, and then maybe it gets, maybe the next time we have some pharyngitis, we have that sore throat. And the next moment we are having a heart infection or such. At times it goes down to your lungs. You know, general dental health is, I mean, the mouth is an entry to your body.
Yeah.
Is literally an entry to your body. So whether we have primary teeth, whether we have permanent teeth, keeping it is so crucial and so important. We don't want to be fighting rheumatic heart disease because you didn't brush your teeth. The other misconception, and we have already talked about it, is that we should get to a dentist only
when there's a problem?
I don't know even whether it's a misconception or it's already culture.
Yeah.
It's already culture, I think. Now it takes a little more effort to maybe change that
Yeah.
from the system.
Yeah.
The other one is that if, for example, you have maybe an aching tooth, you can maybe, you know, we have very many remedies at home. Yes, we have very many remedies. Someone told me, I don't know, the leaves of, I know, blue gum tree, I don't know, crush them, put it on the teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing? Go to a dentist. All that is so futile, and at times we treat ourselves the placebo way, you know. I mean, you're not treating yourself, but you're telling yourself, by the way, I'm recovering. You know, that's a remedy. My friend, you're not recovering.
Yeah.
You're not. What you're doing is just lying to yourself that maybe the additive I had on my tooth, I mean, is working. It's not working. At times we even lose the whole of our tooth because of maybe we added remedies. I don't know, we did what, we went to, I don't know, a herbalist, I don't know, to a who. So it's high time that people like looked at the importance of going to their dentist. And the final one is what we had talked about. It's about using very hard things on our teeth. As long as something is hard,
It does better cleaning.
It does better cleaning. Charcoal, I don't know what. Some people even punish their teeth really hard. I found someone who was putting a lot of salt in the mouth, I don't know how many hours. I mean, it's so painful.
Wow.
Because they don't want to have halitosis.
But does salt help?
It helps, but I mean, we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves anyway.
Yeah.
Putting salt maybe of 3 hours in your teeth, I don't know, on the surfaces of your teeth, and then staying there frowning the whole day. It doesn't help.
Yeah.
So it's good that we check on that. And the final one, the toothpick, I don't know how we call it, the toothpick, that wooden stick.
Yeah, the one that
we
we use to pick our teeth.
Well, let's avoid that.
That should be avoided.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's already culture also. You go to your Chomazon, your favorite spot, and after your meal, you ask the waiter, hey waiter, I need I need toothpick, and the waiter does that generously, brings like 10 of them, choose any, and then even outside the butchery or the place, your restaurant, you live with your...
What does that do?
You know, when you're picking your teeth, you would injure your gums.
Okay.
You will injure your gums. It's so definite that you will. Rather, let's use dental floss. Use dental floss. It helps. Don't even use there's some sort of dental floss that has a hook. Some people now usually say, hey, now there's a toothpick and it's dental floss. Yeah. 2 birds, 1 stone. No, let's use dental floss itself. We use it slowly. We remove that, maybe that piece of meat, that piece of skuma wiki that sticks between your teeth. And then we are going to have it right here. So majorly those are the misconceptions here.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's something you mentioned, I want us to go back to it, because maybe it's something that many people don't think about, you know, general dental health and hygiene. You mentioned that it can actually cause problems, not just, you know, on your mouth or the mouth, but it can actually cause heart disease. Kindly let's get to that so that you explain further.
Okay. Normally, there is something we call normal flora. Normal flora is the bacteria that are in a place, certain place, maybe, for example, on your skin. You know, we touch surfaces every day and we don't get sick, and there's bacteria like staphylococcus aureus and all that on your skin is okay. And there are also normal flora in the mouth. But beyond that, we get multiplication of bacteria, a lot of multiplication. We risk passing it down, downstream. Let me say downstream. We have maybe bacteria A. Let me not mention it. We have bacteria A. This bacteria A has lived maybe on your tooth, maybe for the last 3 days. And good to note is that bacteria replicate really fast. In minutes, they are multiplying in numbers. And now the small area cannot feed them. They'll go to somewhere else. God forbid they'll go to your throat. You'll have some very weird sore throat. And from there, they'll decide, let's go here, let's go to the maybe down the airway. We will get some bronchitis. We'll go to some pneumonia. Yeah, brushing your teeth. Also, they may also go to the throat itself has some defense mechanism, such as the tonsils and all that produce these disease fighting agents. So they fight they fight this bacteria every now and then. But at times we overdo. The bacteria is too much. So for one reason or the other, they bypass and go to the heart. Now, when we have that, it's very common, by the way, from a sore throat and going to the heart. It's like a snap of a finger.
That's something that is common.
It's common.
Okay.
From the throat to the heart, very fast.
Yeah.
And then we are seeing a cardiologist. And now we are in a multidisciplinary panel. We have to see a dentist. We have to see a cardiologist, simply because of not brushing your teeth. Also, it may go down the GIT, the gastrointestinal tract, but that's not really harmful because we have really good defense or really good acids in the stomach that will maybe not favor this bacteria so much. Yeah, unless the major bacteria that really heat up our bellies, our stomachs, Helicobacter pylori, which are not so known to be in the oral cavity. But for the lungs, that is the respiratory system and the cardiovascular system, we really risk them by not keeping our oral hygiene.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So oral hygiene plays a part in the overall well-being of someone.
I mean, if you have one toothache, people who have had a toothache before can tell you that it's not a walk in the park. And it hits you when you least expect. And then, that one tooth will cause disturbance maybe for the whole night. Before you, and most dental clinics are open in the morning, so you'll be the first in the line. You'll be first in line. Again, overall health, you see recurrent infections, any recurrent infection are a gateway to cancer. There are these oral cancers. So the mouth hygiene, if we don't really keep that, we are not even hygienic. Talking of hygiene, general body hygiene, without talking about oral hygiene, you have really watered it down. Yeah, so it's very important to brush your teeth, gargle enough water, take enough of water, and then all that goes now. Everything will set itself. Yeah.
All right, there's a question that someone had asked, and that is on electric toothbrushes. Would you recommend or not?
Well, now it also depends. There are brands that will have very hard bristles, others with soft bristles. We go with medium.
Boils down to the bristles.
Yes, and also those ridges. And then at times when you have the electric toothbrush, we tend to think, it's doing all the work for me, so I won't put enough effort. So if we can do it the manual way, the better. The better. I won't really not recommend them. I would say they are bad, but I would really say that we remove the essentiality or the need to brush our teeth well, because we think electricity is doing it for me. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
So it's good that we do the right way, the manual way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Now, how does diet, affect overall dental health? I know you had talked about, sugary things that should be avoided completely. If you're looking after your dental health and hygiene, maybe just how much of diet, does how much rather does diet affect oral health, and probably what are the best foods you would recommend for better oral health?
Diet-wise, I'll start prenatally, before a child is born.
Boils down from there.
Yeah, it starts there.
Okay.
If the mother doesn't have enough of calcium intake, we risk our child not having good teeth or weak teeth. Yeah, so it starts there. You've even seen these children who maybe keep shedding their teeth, or their teeth keep breaking. Calcium is so important for the teeth. I mean, we cannot underscore the need for calcium in the diet, especially for the oral health. Calcium generally is used to have these strong bonds and all that. There is the role of other hormones in the body, maybe that maybe could derange, like calcitonin and all that. But if we have enough of calcium, essentially, we should have strong teeth. Number two, if we take enough of water, we get the best teeth white, or the best oral cavity. One role of saliva as one major character in our mouth is, number one, lubrication. Number two, it keeps washing away bacteria every time you're swallowing saliva. So it washes away even that maybe that dirt, that So if we don't take water, we have a dry mouth. When we have a dry mouth, all that is undone. So we want to lubricate. We want wash away the bacteria and the foodstuffs. And then balanced diet. I'm speaking of the carbohydrate, the protein, and the vitamin, and now the minerals like calcium, zinc, and etc. You see what happens. If, for example, we have a low vitamin diet, we get immunocompromised. We have a low immunity. So our body won't really fight these diseases. The same with proteins. If proteins are the building blocks. You don't expect to have some regeneration. All these cells regenerate now and then. You're not eating proteins, so all that, and now the carbohydrates is just the energy giving food. For the sugary foods that I had talked about, let me call them snacks. Let me just call them snacks. For the snacks, we recommend that you have them close to the diet, the normal diet, so that when you'll be brushing, you'll brush your teeth and maybe put them away. But snacking between meals, you leave a lot of sugar. And then one thing with sugar, it's good food, very good food for the bacteria. I mean, they'll not have to decompose a lot or work a lot. I mean, we are giving them the best. So, and once we give them the best, they'll give us the worst. All right.
As we wind up on this conversation, maybe we can talk about grinding. There are people who grind on their teeth. You'll see someone and they're grinding on their teeth or clenching their teeth. Is there an impact to that?
Okay. Grinding teeth mostly comes with some mental conditions. People keep grinding on their teeth maybe to get some satisfaction or something. But all that, you know, these are rough surfaces grinding on each other. So we end up losing the enamel. We lose our enamel, we expose our dentin, and we get hypersensitive. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not so good. It's not so good.
Not recommended at all.
Not really recommended.
All right. Thank you so much for that. I will allow you to now give us your final remarks on matters dental health and hygiene.
Okay. Dental health is a very important bit of our general health. If we keep it, we become healthy, literally. If we don't, we get the fruit of really not keeping it. So it's very important to keep all that, and maybe visit your dentist every now and then. If, for example, you can visit your dental health providers. Okay, let me put it this way. Visiting your dentist is so important. It cannot be underscored. And let us keep that away. So beyond that, maybe we have toothaches and all that. Let's not do things that would maybe risk our oral health. Let us do things the right way. Maybe to the listener or to the viewer, it's maybe you can, for more information, the knowledge on oral health is never enough. Maybe they can visit us in our clinics. Dental health providers is our name. In Menelik Medical Center. We also at Applewood, Adams Arcade. We at Greenhouse, still at Adams Arcade. We at Karen, along Karen Road, Karen Professional Center. And we also in Rongai. And now we have the first ever private dental hospital, the first one in Kenya, and I think in East Africa, in Kitengela. Or maybe they can call 0114153466.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you so much.
All right, that was Onesmus Geraiga, who is a clinician, dental health provider, and this is where we put a cap to today's Good Morning Kenya. Thank you so much to each and every one of you who started off the show with us and has gotten to this point. We appreciate you. We do this each and every day from Monday to Thursday. So see you tomorrow, same time and place, God willing. Goodbye.